Hello, and welcome back to Tech Tuesday. We're going to take a look at something today called word clouds. Word clouds are nothing new. They've been around for quite some time, but this is actually a really great way to have a student-led discussion. I was actually using it with my students today. We're starting to talk about podcast interviewing, and we're sharpening up our interview skills. I had them answer in a couple of sentences what makes a good interview. We use that as a jumping off point. I created a word cloud very quickly, and then we were able to kind of have a deeper analysis discussion. This works a little bit better in the humanities, but there are probably some ways to use it in math and science as well. Let's take a look at how to use Pear to gather information and use that to create a simple word cloud. Here's a question that I asked to my students. We're about to podcast, and so I'm asking them, what makes a good interview? I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of their answers here. I'll go ahead, copy. I'll open up a new tab. There are a number of different word cloud programs that I can use. Wordclouds.com is just the simplest and easiest one. And so here I've got my blank canvas. I'm going to go ahead and go to Words, Edit Word List, or use words from text. I'll paste all of this here. These are all of the answers. Apply. And now I've got my word cloud. Now I can go ahead and edit this word cloud a little bit because some of these aren't going to be accurate. These are words like something because students are restating the question, which is good. It's something they should be doing, but it's not going to make for the most accurate word cloud. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete a few of these, like interesting, something, restating the question here, interviews, and just a few other ones. Then I'll go ahead, and after I'm done with that, I'll click apply. Now I have a word cloud that's a little bit more accurate. I have words like topic, words like listen. And so that's a good jumping off point. Well, what makes an interesting topic? Well, what does it mean to listen to someone? We can get to our active listening, things that we've already talked a little bit about. I can save this as an image right here. I'll save it as a JPEG, interview, save it to my drive. And I can actually post this on Google Classroom or use it a little bit later and kind of refer to it back over and over the course of a unit. I will say that a word cloud works a little bit better with the less text that you have. And so maybe if I'm having students do a reading the night before, I could say, tell me in 5 words or less the feeling that you got from reading this particular passage. And that can make for a great jumping off point and make it a little bit more student-led. Thank you for watching this edition of Tech Tuesday. If you have any questions or would like something to be covered in the future, let me know.